Hi, everyone. Welcome to the webinar, Digital Tools to Help Launch Your Business. My name is Avery Snyder. I'm the Multimedia Designer at ACEnet, which is short for Appalachian Center for Economic Networks. We're a nonprofit in Athens, Ohio, that focuses on economic development by helping entrepreneurs with their businesses. I've been a graphic designer for over 7 years, and I've been using Canva for about 4 years to create marketing material and social media graphics. One of the best things about Canva is there's a free version that offers a robust variety of assets like templates, graphics, fonts, and photos. There's also the Pro version, which gives you access to more advanced features and a larger element library. It also includes the brand kit, which helps keep branding consistent across your designs. These are some different ways that you can use Canva to launch your business. Social media. Canva can be used to create social media images, videos, and GIFs for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and more. You can also use it for marketing to create material like flyers, brochures, rack cards, reports, business cards. It's also good for branding. You can design logos, branding guidelines, packaging design, and more. All right, so now it's time to explore Canva. If you already have a Canva account set up, you can scan this QR code and follow along with me. So this is what the homepage looks like. There's a lot going on here. They've been adding more and more features as time goes on, so you're welcome to explore this on your own time. Today, I'm going to focus on walking you through how to make a social media graphic for Instagram. For the purpose of this video, I will be creating this design in the Canva free version. There's two ways to go about creating a design. One, you can search on the main homepage in this search bar up here. So today I'm going to search for yoga studio, grand opening, Instagram, square, graphic. It will give you lots of different template options, so you can just scroll through and pick the one you like most. You can also go through and star the different designs. And pretty sure if you want to view this starred, you just go up here and search and it'll pop up. Another way that you can start a new graphic is by going to this create a design button on the top right corner. You'll see that it gives you a lot of different suggested documents, which is really great because you don't have to worry about knowing the dimensions or specific pixels or whatever. It just automatically generates that for you. So we're going to click on Instagram post square. So once you've opened up a new design, the first thing you want to do is find a template that you like. And the good thing is it opens up into the templates right away. So I like to go through and find a template to use as a starting point. You can search up here. I'm going to search yoga studio grand opening again. And just scroll through until you find one that has a design that you like. You'll notice a lot of these are only available for the Pro version, but there are a lot of free ones as well. So I'm just going to scroll through. So I like this one, so I'm going to go ahead and click on it. It'll automatically populate over onto the artboard. You'll also notice that down here, it'll show you other templates that have a similar style and feel as that one. So, you might end up liking one of these better. All right, so now that you found one that you like, you can start customizing it. The first thing I'm going to do is update this image to make it more relevant to the graphic. So I'm going to go over here to the Elements panel, and I'm going to search. I'm just going to put in Yoga Studio. it'll show you all types of different things. There's graphics, photos, videos. They even have audio clips. I'm gonna look at the different photos. Once again, a lot of these are only available with the Pro, but there are free options. So I'm just gonna scroll through and find one that is free. This one's nice. So I'm just gonna click on it and it automatically populates over here. Um, the great thing about Canva is you can drag and drop all the elements. So I'm gonna delete this one. I'm gonna bring this over, drag this down. And then if you want to adjust the image, you can just double click and drag this around to what you want. And it's nice because you can see it gives you like lines to guide you for what is the center. So I'm just going to click out of this and there we go. So there's actually another way to add an image. If you don't find any in here that you like, you can upload your own image and you can do that by going over to uploads and you'll just find the file on your computer and it will upload. One of my favorite resources to find free photos is called Free Pick. You can type in whatever you want. They have vectors, photos, videos. You can go over here and click free, and it'll show you only the ones available for free. You just click on what you like, click download. I think you can only download like 10 without having to create an account. Okay, so that's uploading. Another thing you can search for in the elements is graphics. So, for example, I'm gonna search sparkle, and once again, it gives you a lot of different options, but we'll go into the graphics category and can find one, and once again, drag and drop. Oh, see how this has a watermark here? That's because I clicked on one that's only available for Pro. So we're just gonna go ahead and um, actually, this is a good time to show you how to use the undo button. So up here in the top left corner is the undo button. So I can just keep clicking it until it gets rid of that. You can also go forward. So I'm just gonna go through here and find one that's free and add that over there to help enhance that design a little bit. One more thing I want to show you before I move on to the fonts is you can actually upload your own logo as well. So you're going to go back over to this upload section and find the logo file and click upload. And then you can populate that into your design. One of the nice things about the Pro version is you can remove backgrounds. You can't do that with the free. But if I had the Pro version and I clicked this background remover, it would get rid of all this white in the background there. Okay, so now I'm going to explore the font panel because there's a lot going on up here. There's a lot of different things you can do. So I'm just going to start over here. This is where you can find all the different kinds of fonts. There's a lot of really great ones on here. Um, Canva has some like pre-populated categories to help you get started. You can also type up here. So let's say you want a script font, you'll just type in script and it'll give you all the different options. Once again, some of these are only available with Pro. So if you have the text over here highlighted and you go over here and click on a font, it'll automatically change it for you. Over here is the font size. You can click the arrows to make it larger or smaller. You can also click in here and pick the value that you want. So this next option is the text color. And another thing I love about Canva is you can click over here and pick whatever color you want. If you happen to have a hex code, like if you have branding guidelines where you have to use a specific hex code, you can put that in right there. Also, it will make you a color palette based on the photo colors, which I think is really great because that really helps keep everything consistent. This is your bold, italic, underline, strike through. Here you can make it upper or lowercase. So let's see, this is lowercase here. If I click this button, it's going to make it uppercase. Another thing right here is the paragraph style. So just like if you're using, Microsoft Documents or something, this is going to change the alignment for the paragraph. Right here, you can make a bulleted list. You can make a numbered list. Another great feature that I love that I think is really nice to play around with is spacing. So you can make the letters bigger, smaller. You can change the line spacing. That can really help you refine the design. There's also all types of effects in here. You really just have to go in here and play around with it. If you go down to the bottom, you can see you can turn it into a curve. You can adjust that curve. I really like this hollow one. I feel like that adds a nice effect. The splice is pretty cool. You can pick different colors and, um, what direction it's going. So there's just a million different ways that you can customize the font, and it's all free, which is amazing. Um, there's also this animate option. So if you want to make your social media posts stand out more, you can consider adding some animation effects to it. This up here is the position panel. So let's say you have two elements on there and you want them to line up. So you'll select both of them and you'll hit center or middle or whatever you want. And then the last thing up here is transparency. So you can click on an element and go to the transparency and adjust that. All right, so another really awesome feature about Canva is the QR code generator. It's actually an app within Canva. There's all types of apps, which is another thing you can explore. But for now, I'm just going to go to Elements, and you can type QR code generator in the top here, and the app will pop up. And you just click Use App. You can put whatever URL you want in here and click generate code, and it'll make a QR code for you. So then when you put that on your graphic, anybody who scans it with their camera on their cell phone, it will give them a link to go to whatever URL you put in there. And this is like very handy. I think QR codes are really big right now. You see them everywhere. So it's just a way to, kind of get with the modern times. It's a quick and easy way to have people go to your website quickly and easily. So this is definitely a very good tool for launching your business. All right, and before I wrap up the Canva demonstration, I'm gonna switch over to Canva Pro really fast, just to show you the brand kit feature that I was talking about earlier. So just bear with me one moment. Okay, so now I'm in the Canva Pro version, and on the home page, you'll go over to the left and you'll see brand. There's a brand kit option here, so you can create different branding kits where you um, go in, you add assets like the logos, the color palette, fonts, photos, any types of graphics, icons. So this is just really handy because then once you go in, To design a graphic, you'll see the brand kit is over here along with the elements and text and all of that. And so you automatically have your color palette, your fonts, all of that. See how I just clicked on that and it just changed everything to the color palette. It can be really handy, especially when you have like multiple people creating designs within your company, just to make sure everybody's using the right colors. You can actually even go into brand controls where you can restrict your team so they can only design graphics with those brand colors and fonts. So that's just one of the advantages of having the Pro version, which going back to my slide, you'll see Pro is about $10 a month, which isn't bad really when you think about all the tools. Okay, so now I am going to show you how to effectively leverage Gemini's potential to enhance your marketing campaigns. First, here's a little bit about Gemini's underlying technology. Google Gemini is a large language model developed by Google AI. It's built on a transformer architecture, which allows Gemini to process and generate text in a way that is similar to how humans understand and produce language. It has the ability to understand and respond to context-specific prompts for more relevant and effective marketing materials. Gemini is constantly learning and improving, so it's important to stay updated on new features and capabilities to maximize its potential. Some different uses for Gemini are content creation, idea generation, and branding assistance. You can use Gemini to help create marketing copy for social media, email newsletters, blog posts, and even website copy. You can also use it to generate creative campaign ideas and concepts based on specific goals and target audiences. Gemini is also good for creating taglines, mission statements, branding guidelines, product names, and more. Anytime you're using AI, it's important to be aware of ethical considerations, bias awareness, fact-checking, and transparency. Be aware of the potential biases in Gemini's responses and take steps to mitigate them. Use diverse prompts and data to encourage a more balanced perspective. Always verify the accuracy of information generated by Gemini, especially for critical marketing materials. Avoid generating content that is harmful, misleading, or discriminatory. Be transparent with your audience about the use of AI in your marketing efforts. This helps build trust and credibility with your audience. So, how do you use Gemini? Well, when you're using Gemini, it's important to remember to be clear and specific. You're going to want to provide clear and concise prompts to ensure Gemini generates the desired output. Use very specific instructions and examples to guide your responses. Don't be afraid to experiment with different prompts and formats to find what works best for your specific needs. Consider Gemini's responses as a starting point and refine your prompts based on the results. So now it's time to explore Gemini. You can scan this code to try it for yourself. I went ahead and put some prompts in here just to save some time. So here we're going to start out with, help me write a social media marketing campaign for a new yoga studio focused on Ayurvedic practices. You'll see that Gemini gave you a ton of information here. So it's giving you everything from figuring out your target audience to figuring out your key messaging. It's giving you content ideas for social media platforms for both Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. It's also giving you campaign ideas, so introductory offers, refer a friend program, community events. It even gives you tips on visuals and branding. at the end of each prompt, it always will give you a question of how to like dive in a little bit deeper. So that's what I was talking about earlier with just don't be afraid to experiment. Keep asking it questions, get more and more specific, and you'll really be surprised with what comes out of it. So my next question here was, help me figure out what my target audience is. So it's giving you a lot of good questions to consider, like what sets your studio apart from others? What are your core value and missions? Who are your current clients? It's giving you a list of potential target audience segments. It's also having you consider demographic and psychographic factors to help figure it out. And then once again, it asks, would you like to discuss any specific aspects of your studio? So you could dive even further if you want to. Here I asked the question just to kind of illustrate to you how it can help you write a mission statement. You can see, I mean, I just asked, help me write a mission statement for my yoga studio, and it gave 3 different options, which are all really great. And then it gives you some more tips to refine the mission statement here. To show you another way of using Gemini, I asked it, help me to generate hashtags for my yoga studio, and it gave you a nice long list of hashtags that you can incorporate into your social media campaigns. It even gives you some additional tips here, which is great. Another great way to use Gemini is, let's say you need to write content, but you're not the best writer, so you have a basic idea of what you want it to say. Um, I just put in, make this sound better. Welcome to my new yoga studio. We care about our customers. We love to share about Ayurvedic practices to help make our community healthier. So here it's giving you a few different options to make it sound more inviting and engaging. I took it a step further and I said, include Ayurvedic food elements. So now it's giving you that same premise of copy, but centered more around incorporating food into the copy. So like I said, don't be afraid to ask more specific questions. Um, you can really get as specific as you want to get the best results. This is kind of just a joke here to show you, you can use it for anything you want, really. You can use it for arithmetic. I'm just going to do a couple more like live examples here. One of the questions I started out was, what are the best times of the day to post on Instagram? So here, like you can have absolutely zero background in social media, but if you have a question, you can ask it and it will answer and it will pull all of the data from Google and compile it into this nice little paragraph for you. So, I mean, you really just have the world of Google at your fingertips, and it's honestly really amazing. You can also even help it come up with a logo design for you. So let's say, help me come up with a logo design for my yoga studio. Let's see what it says. So here it's just giving you some things to consider, and then it's actually giving you ideas. So it's saying a logo focused on a unique font, a logo featuring a symbolic image related to yoga, color palette. It's telling you all the different like color moods, and it's giving you some ideas. So you could combine this with Canva. You could go over to Canva, search in, yoga symbols, find some unique font, um, combine the typography and symbols with try out these different color palettes, and there you go, you have a basic logo. Okay, well, that's all I really have prepared for today. Not sure if anybody has any questions.
Thanks, Avery. I think we'll be able to archive this video presentation. Folks will be able to then access it through our social media and the acenetworks.org website.
Thanks for having me.